Hello and welcome to the Movie Buff Show. This is Mark Ziobro, editor-in-chief of the Movie Buff. Today we are talking to several members of B22 Films Productions. We talked to Brett Bentman, Billy Blair, Tom Zembrod, and Tiffany Bentman about their adventures in B22 Films and also their upcoming film Meteor, as well as a film we recently reviewed, Buckskin. Please join us for the show, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them at the end. And always, please like and share this video, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Billy, you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Billy Blair. That's it.
Yeah, he's okay. And Brett, you want to go now and like just give me like an overview of what you do? You know, you're a filmmaker, obviously, but
yeah. So Billy Blair is with us. He's an actor extraordinaire. My name is Brett Bentman. I'm a writer director with B22 Films. That's Tiffany Bentman. Oh, and she's our
nice to meet you.
Owner of B22 Films, and then Tom Zembrod, actor, everything else you can imagine on set. He does it.
Yeah, he does everything.
He does everything. Okay, so we'll start with you were saying a couple of things we wanted to cover today. Obviously we saw your number of your films. Tom and Billy were both in the one I just reviewed, Buckskin, correct?
Billy had a small role in that.
He did, yeah.
Tom starred in it.
Yeah, you were the main. You said you have a premiere next month. You wanted to talk about that a little bit, Brett and Tom?
Yeah. We in 2019 we did a movie. Well, we premiered a movie called 90 Feet from Home.
Yes.
At Dances with Films, which at the time I believe was the biggest or second biggest film festival in LA.
Okay.
And now it is the only film festival in LA and the biggest, I believe. So Tiffany and I, being alumni of that, we had such a good time out there. We've premiered a couple films at the Chinese Theater. You know, we submitted Buckskin to that, and they were, nice enough to screen the film and like it. And so we'll have our premiere on August 31st at 9:30 at the Chinese Theater.
Okay. And you said only film festival. Can you expand upon that, Brett? Like, for independent filmmakers or for what?
I mean, they've been around since like 1998, Dances with Films. They've built this amazing platform of being like severely independent for independent filmmakers. They don't care about names. They don't care about budgets. And it's just a really fun festival if you're a filmmaker. And I think now it's like Dances with Films LA.
Okay.
And it's like the largest and most prominent one in Los Angeles, because I think when COVID hit, a lot of the smaller LA ones kind of went away.
Okay.
So we're excited.
Cool. I mean, that's the Chinese Theater, like right where the Walk of Fame is, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's got to be a huge thing for a filmmaker to be able to go to.
Yeah, and we've premiered stuff with the Chinese Theater as part of Holly Shorts, and of course with dances. And it's just a fun venue. You know, showing your film out on the West Coast is a lot different than showing it anywhere else. It's a different crowd.
Yeah.
Tom's been with us before out there, and Billy too. Billy starred in Copper Bill, which premiered out there.
And what? So you cut off, Brett. Billy starred in what?
Copper Bill was
Copper Bill that premiered out there too.
Billy was a lead in that, and so was Tom, and we premiered that out there for a different film festival. But it's just kind of a fun thing to do, is go out to Hollywood and show your movie.
Oh yeah.
Matt, you know, the screen is huge. It sounds great. It looks great. So
Copper. It's funny you mentioned Copper Bill. I think poor Billy doesn't fare too well in those movies. So sometimes I take it your finger's okay, Bill. Right?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, Billy gets. Billy is really good at dying on camera.
No.
Oh no, I'm looking up Brett to to give me that opportunity to die on screen.
I'm sure Brett's
Can you hear
willing. Yeah, we can hear you, Billy.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit, Brett, about Buckskin for people who haven't read the review or haven't heard of it yet?
Yeah, sure. So
What was that?
Buckskin is it's set in the 1820s and it's about a Texan. Yeah, there's a poster.
There's the poster, yeah.
Yeah, that looks like something.
Yeah.
I like that artwork. It's really good, actually.
Yeah, it turned out really well.
Yeah.
Are those? Yeah, you're not supposed to know it exists, but it's set in 1820s, and it's about a Texas fur trapper that has to go into these mysterious woods and rescue a young boy. And it's very much in the vein of like The Revenant.
Mm-hmm.
And funny story is, Mark, you know Tom Hallam?
Yeah, I've seen him like I think 4 or 5 of your films. So
Yeah, he's a mainstay in a lot of our movies. There he is in Honorable Thieves, but
yeah, there's the rodeo thief.
yeah,
Well, that's the new one. That's the other movie that I haven't seen.
yeah,
That's the one I see.
here's Tom. He was supposed to star in Buckskin,
Okay.
and we had contracted him to come on, and he was starting to develop a name for himself in the industry, around that time, and he had gotten the opportunity to do Fear the Walking Dead, and he called Tiffany and I and was like, "What do I do? I've got this offer for AMC, but I want to do Buckskin," and we were like, "Go do AMC," And he did a tremendous job on his episode, but I called Mr. Zembrod here and I was like, "Hey, do me a favor. There's a slight chance that Tom Hallam can't do Buckskin, so can you learn the script?"
Yeah.
In like 10
Laughing,
days.
he's laughing.
So Tom learned the script and was working like 18-hour days, on a couple different things. And
Yeah.
now when you watch the movie, you really can't imagine anybody else starring.
I was just gonna say that, Tom. Like, it's one of those. It seems like serendipity because it really, especially some of the scenes in the forest and the, it's been a couple of months since I've seen Tom. Who were you? You were talking to was it an old guy in the forest? Who was that followed him that wanted to help him, right? And they had a conversation by the campfire.
The guy with the burnt face.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That scene was really authentic, and I thought you guys did a fantastic job with it.
Oh boy, he would love to hear that. That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Tom, how did you find the production? Like, how was filming Buckskin for you?
I was so tired. I was like Brett was saying, I had 2 different jobs. I worked full time, and I was working 58 to 62 hours a week at theme park and entertainment department.
Okay.
And then I'd leave there and work all night long on a feature film coordinator, and then I go to work the next morning, and then I work all the next night. So I had 48 hours no sleep.
Oh, geez.
I was just a zombie, and I didn't really learn the whole script. It was the Thursday before we started filming. So it was a day and a half before we started filming. He goes, "Tom's out for sure." I was like, I haven't had time to do it. And I'm just like, I haven't had time. I'll look at it tonight when I get home. And so every night I went home, he's like, "All right, we're shooting 9 pages tomorrow. We're shooting 13 pages the next day. This is the one when you got the 9-page monologue. Just learn it."
Yeah.
I'd stay up all night when I wasn't doing anything else before I go to sleep. Fall asleep. 30 minutes later, the alarm goes like, "I gotta work."
Seriously.
That's all.
pretty much it.
So basically, they put up some props behind me when I was setting the scene, and they were kind of moving my mouth like.
Pouring Red Bull into your mouth or whatever.
It's true.
Catheter off camera. Wait, so catheter, what do you
Think an IV.
An IV, not a catheter. They put
It wasn't a catheter. We didn't know.
a catheter. Like,
Yeah, that would be the wrong area.
where's Billy going?
He's home.
He's home.
I made it home.
Billy, show us your house.
It's a mess. Hang on.
This is
I just got home.
yeah,
Right. Now he can settle down.
yeah. And
Turn
Brett,
up my light.
just as an aside, I'll mention this. What I thought was funny is that the first of your movies I saw was 90 Feet from Home,
Mhm.
and Tom Helen played a cop. There it is. So that's Tom Helen plays a cop, and then every other your movies, he's this really mischievous.
Yeah, yeah. That was before we knew him. We cast him. His audition was so good. He was the first person we saw audition, and nobody even compared to him. And we hired him, and he got super skinny and shaved his head.
Yeah, I noticed
That-
he looked like he's skinnier in that movie then.
Yeah, he looked like Paul Walker when he showed up to set. And then it's interesting because after the Buckskin thing, he got on Fear the Walking Dead, and then we did Meteor recently, and he plays like the most scumbaggy bad guy on the planet in Meteor. And the other day he was here because all of us were shooting Operation Overlord, which Billy stars in and Tom stars in, and Tom Hallam stars in along with Tom here. And he's like, man, I think I like playing the bad guy. And so he doesn't want to go back to the clean cut. I just think he doesn't want to shave.
Well, yeah, I was gonna make a joke about that. Like you're talking about like Tom Hallam committing to Fear the Walking Dead at the last minute, and Tom Zembrod here getting the role. Like Tom, did you start growing the beard just in case?
No, I already had it. I didn't have time. I didn't have time to do anything. So
okay.
Actually, Corey Cannon's part in Wesley was his name. He just had a small part, and Brett said, "You can do that," because I worked a crew and I'm busy doing too many things. I said, "That's perfect." And then so I learned those 13 pages, and then Brett goes, "No,
sorry,
forget all that.
Yeah,
learn all this stuff."
Yeah.
So that was rough, but luckily he spread it out between a couple different weekends.
Yeah.
It still worked 98 hours a week.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal. But I mean, in this last one in Operation, it's about.
Well, why don't you talk a little bit about that, Brett? 'Cause I know I've seen some pictures on Instagram about it. And so I didn't realize you just wrapped.
Yeah, we shot it here in Texas, and it stars Billy and Tom Hallam, and they star as two American World War II soldiers. Who are commissioned to go rescue a captured soldier at a Nazi camp. And Tom Zembrod here stars as one of the Nazis.
It
was pretty bad heat wise.
Oh, I can imagine.
Billy had to go ahead and shave his face and cut his hair.
I was excited about that because all like any other role I play, it's like a bad guy, scruff, and my hair was kind of long. So I read for the part, and then luckily they liked it, and then Brett's like, "All right, the $1 million question, will you shave?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'll shave. I want to do something different."
Yeah. Billy, do you play? Does he play American or the Nazi?
I play American.
You play American. Okay, so you're in this movie, not like you were in The Rodeo Thief and and in Copperville.
Yeah, Copperville. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? So you and Robert Keith was in it, right? Is he in it too, Brett?
Yeah, he's one of the Nazi Germans.
Yeah.
German Nazi,
Okay.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked to Robert recently. He was very helpful, and he's a fun actor too.
Yeah, it was a different movie for us because Billy, like we said, was clean cut, and they were wearing probably 50 pounds of gear in 90-degree heat.
Oh yeah.
And Tom, they were dressed like Nazis, and it was probably 100-degree heat, and they had to learn German.
Like really? Like full like a full dialogue or just like a couple words? Like how
No,
that?
it was a lot. I mean, because Tiffany here as a producer was like, look, if we're gonna do a World War II movie, they're gonna have to learn German because I don't want, Nazis that speak English. Now they do speak English at different points, but I mean, they had to learn enough German to get by. And then we had some real German actors.
Okay. Wow, this is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was fun, but it was definitely hot and uncomfortable. And this is an Operation Overlord is B22's 10th project. 10th
Yeah.
film.
Okay. I was gonna ask because
So-
you seem to like it's like so you got like you sent me Buckskin and then I talked to Robert Keith and then Meteor came out and then I saw you were doing Operation Overlord. Like you're just really
Yeah.
a busy unit.
Yeah, we stay busy, but we prefer as a business model to work with people that we enjoy spending so much time with. If we're going to work that much, then we want to work with Tom and Billy and these people rather than bring in somebody that maybe just doesn't fit the dynamic, because we shoot a very specific style. We shoot quick and we don't want to waste a lot of people's time, and we don't have a full crew, and it's like everybody like Tom here is doing 3-4 things on set and acting.
Yeah.
And, luckily Billy can just focus, but like Tom here, even on Buckskin, I think we had to like pull him aside and be like, hey, stop messing with the props and the set design and just act,
Yeah.
But the goal with this movie was
Yeah.
the German thing, and then we decided early on that since it was our 10th project, we wanted to do something really special. So without giving too much of it away, we did a really cool stunt in the movie
Okay.
that I'm excited for people to see. It's kind of the brainchild of Tom and Robert and I, and we brought a fantastic stunt actor in from, I think he's in LA or
He's all over. He's from
Yeah.
Nebraska, but
he does all kinds of crazy stuff, and I just threw out the craziest thing I can think of, and he was like, yeah, no problem. And Tom and him worked out how to do it, and Billy actually was lucky enough to be the actor to actually do the stunt with him. And I think when people see it, they're gonna be like,
is Billy the character who's doing the stunt, but it's really the stunt actor?
No, he
It just happens
does
around
it in
him.
motion.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
How was Overlord for you, Billy? Like how did the filming, like how do you find the movie in your character
Man.
especially?
Honestly, I loved it, man. Being on set, number one, being on set with this team is always fun. Brett's like the fastest shooting filmmaker I ever worked with, and getting a movie out. I mean, it's unbelievable. But this was very fun because it was set in the 40s,
Mhm.
right? And it's World War II, different look, and just whatever that era was, and our mission, and to be that character, and then the stunt that we're just talking about doing that, it was fun, a lot of fun, a lot of definitely different than anything else I've done in previous.
Mm.
So
Is
if
this
that
longer
helped.
than your other projects, Brett, or no?
I don't know. We just started cutting it.
Okay, so you're not really sure what the length is going to
Yeah,
be.
it'll be an hour and a half. We kind of work so quickly and lean that making like 90 Feet from Home was 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Ugh.
But we had 18 days to shoot that. When you're shooting a movie in 10 and under, you really are going to get about 80 to 90 minutes out. And we prefer it that way because there really isn't a lot of fat in there that you can look back on it and say, oh, we could have cut this, we could have cut that. And 90 Feet, I think we look back on it, we're like, we could have cut like 20 minutes out of that movie. But
Yeah, you learn as you go, basically.
yeah, with this, it's like we need it's a scary filmmaking process because on set that every take matters because you need it. You can't say, oh, well, we'll just shoot another one. Right, Tom?
what?
What? Tom, do you want to talk about your character a little bit? Like, how was the movie Overlord for you?
Oh, Overlord. Well, I don't think anybody knew how to pronounce my name, my character name, appropriately or accurately.
Go ahead and say
What's the character's name?
Or cock.
Yeah. There was a big debate on set because when I wrote it, it's Koch. When I wrote it and Googled it, they pronounced it cock. You know? And so I was like, well, we're going to give that to Tom. And,
God.
yeah, you know.
I was gonna
And
look
then
it up
when
on
we get on
IMDb.
set-
Well,
when
that's
we
the
get
thing.
on set, the German, the
You want me
guy
to
that,
show him the picture real close.
the guy that, no, the guy that came on set, Robin,
Yeah.
who played another German, was like, that's not how you pronounce it. You pronounce it like call. And we're like, we can't possibly do that in the film. But he was such a stickler for it. Robin has a scene where he's looking for you,
Oh yeah.
and he literally the whole time is like, call. And we're like, we're gonna have to dub this or
Sounds
something
like a bird.
because yeah, it sounds like a little kid, you know. But that's on me for picking a bad character name. So.
Oh well, I was guessing because that's the same spelling as like the Koch brothers, right? I would have guessed.
Right? Or Koch.
Yeah, Koch or whatever. Tom,
Koch.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to highlight that when we watch it.
What a mess.
But so that's you're still cutting that now. We'll go back to Buckskin. What's the like reception been for that so far? Like, have you gotten a lot of publicity from it?
Good. Yeah. Yeah, we had a couple reviews, you know, that were really good. People that we trust review it, you know, that aren't just going to tell you it's great just because they're your friends.
Yeah.
And then obviously getting into dances is a big deal. You know, it's funny because we get so many good compliments on it, people that have seen it, and then you go on IMDb and people just crap all over it, you know, and they give it ones because they don't think it's, you know, what they want it to be and stuff. But we've had to learn as a company, Tiffany and I,
Yeah.
to just not care about that anymore. And Buckskin's probably my second favorite project we've done because it's so deep and it's so layered and it's not fun. You know, it's not like Operation is going to be a fun movie where
Okay. Like
it's
action.
so much humor and dark humor and action and fighting and killing. And then Buckskin is like, it's over. And you're like, I think Tiff put it perfectly. We watched it the other night and you were like, this movie makes me feel bad, you know?
Yeah.
Like the last 30 minutes are kind of hard to watch, but that was the goal.
Yeah.
And I think you think about it once it's over, which I read a quote once that said that's the best movies make you do that, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Like you don't want it to be like, oh, that's great, you know, but it's not, like you think about like what might have happened to I forgot Tom's character's name from that movie.
Oh, Buckskin. What was your name?
What was your name, Tom?
It was cock.
Oh, Porter.
It was Porter. It was,
Was it Porter?
it was Wesley Porter.
I should know
Yeah,
that.
oh, Porter. They went by Porter. That's why. Yeah. Okay.
You know, I got to say one thing.
Yeah.
Brett sent me the link to the movie, right, Brett?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it and I texted him. I go, dude, this Tom, this is his breakthrough. I mean, this
It is.
is like the best he's ever done.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Making him a
Has-
dog.
What was that, Tiffany? What is she? Has Tom been in other of your films?
Yeah, he was. We've worked with Tom for God, I don't know how long. He was in Apocalypse Road, which was our first project.
Okay.
Billy was in that too.
Yeah.
They were both in that.
there it
Then
is.
Tom starred in The Night Before, which was a horror thriller movie we did. We don't have that one on DVD.
So just everything I haven't seen of yours, right?
Yeah, like the early stuff. But the interesting thing about Tom, okay, and I'll mention two things. One about Tom, one about Billy. The thing with Tom is he's got some comedic timing to his acting, and he likes to do things that kind of, are like more kind of Jim Carrey-ish, and you remember
I was gonna say that.
like if you tell Tom to look in a window, he's gonna look in it like Jim Carrey did.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a serious movie. I mean, come on.
But so we told him in Buckskin, you cannot do that. You have to be 100% of the time dead serious, and he pulled it off. The other thing is with Billy. Billy is the king of. I can tell Billy like, hey, you got to say something funny here, or you got to do something different. And Billy will look at you for a second, and then he'll be like, I got it. And then he'll do it. And it becomes like one of the more memorable things in the film.
Yeah.
And as a side to that, not to give away too much, when we posted some pictures about Operation Overlord, we got a lot of heck because the actors weren't wearing their straps. We were like, well, guys, they're, and a lot of ex-soldiers were like, well, they don't need to be wearing their straps. And some were like, they need to be. So there's actually a part in the movie where Billy actually turns to Tom Hallam and he's like, whoa, should we wear our straps? And they're like, no, forget it. Don't worry about the straps. Like we just, he's so good at throwing that in there that it's.
Well, I take it you caught flack on social media.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
everybody's like, dogging or trashing the outfits. It's like, oh, that's wrong, and this, you're not wearing the straps. Like, Jesus Christ, we're trying to make a fun movie.
Yeah.
Well, see, I think
we're not doing a documentary.
That's the problem. I thought the outfits looked authentic for what I saw.
Yeah, Stacy Lee is a costume designer here in Dallas. She's phenomenal.
Yeah, she's real good.
I trust her with everything, and we talked about what we wanted the guys to look like, and if somebody doesn't like it, then we don't care. It's a movie, like Billy says, not a documentary. It's our take on World War II, and it's not fact, it's fiction. Our story is a fictional story.
Yeah,
But
but
she
a lot of them.
The costumes. She did research everything.
Yeah. I mean, again, but what you were saying about IMDb and the 1s out of 10s and all that stuff, I feel like they give you I feel like people either say, oh, I want to promote independent films, so I'm just going to give this a 10 out of 10, or they just say, since this has no Hollywood budget, it's crap.
Yeah.
They don't give things a chance and look at them. So obviously, you don't have I don't know a Hollywood costume designer, but you don't have a $200 million budget. The costumes aren't going to be but I saw them and I thought it looked fine.
Yeah, they were phenomenal. And the greatest thing I ever heard that made me laugh was, I think I did a live video about it, how many people will go on IMDb and they don't even review the movie. They just say, I'm giving this a 1 to cancel out all the 10s.
Or they just say crap. And I'm like, okay, that's not a review,
Yeah, and it's, it is what it is. There's so many unhappy, miserable people in this world.
They're just a bunch of assholes, man.
Just say it, Billy.
Yeah, just put it up.
Bunch of freaking assholes.
It's true.
You have to let it roll. I think you guys handle it well. You're making fun projects and
but you know what I always say though? It's like it's as long as they're talking,
Yeah.
It's best to be loved or hated than ignored.
I agree with you, Billy. Yeah, definitely. Do you have I know B22, what is it, B22.com? Is that your guys' website?
You want to do that? I don't know what all this B22 Films.
Do you have any links you want to share about these films? Or?
Go for it.
For all of our films, I mean, you can Google B22 Films. We're on every platform, pretty much. Of course, IMDb, if you go to the movie, it'll tell you where you can watch it. We're on Tubi, we're on IMDb TV, we're on the Movie Central on YouTube. What else are we on? We're on
everything you can imagine.
Well, you guys are also you guys are in Walmart a lot for your DVDs, right?
If you want a physical copy, you can order it at Walmart. I think the Rodeo Thief is at Target as well online.
Oh, really?
Walmart, yes. So you can buy a physical copy online if you want that DVD for all of our DVD watchers out there.
That's me. I like physical media.
Really?
Yeah, I can't stand. I mean, I don't mind streaming, but I'd rather just own something if you like it enough, you know.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, there's still a market for that. You know, Brett and I, we stream everything. We're like, who watches DVDs? But we buy all the DVDs just because we don't even have a DVD player.
No.
But we have all the DVDs.
I love the pushing. Tom's pushing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you got DVDs.
Yeah, some people like to have a physical copy.
Right.
They both have their pluses. You know, you're streaming something, your internet goes out. You're like, really? I can't finish watching something I own. But you know, if you the DVD scratches, then you can't watch that. So it's
Yeah.
Now what's this? Who's our fourth?
This dog is determined to get on here.
Yeah,
That's
it's the second time I've had a dog on film or on an interview, so it's fine.
That's Max. He's our rescue Great Dane. He's gonna get on one way or another.
Oh, really? That's great.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of anything else. Do you have anything else you want to add, Brett or Billy or Tom?
We're making a shark movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about the shark movie.
Yeah, we're gonna. The goal is to keep pushing the envelope, and we're trying to do things that nobody else does. And sure, you know, there are a million shark movies out there. We think ours is different, but we are going to shoot in October. These guys will both be a part of it. And it's called Blood in the Water is the title right now. And it's completely over the top.
Like is it a parody kind of thing or?
Kind of, but see, the thing is when we're talking to our distributor for the film, you know, I said, here's the deal. Like, I don't mind doing a CGI shark movie, but there's practical effects in it as well. But the thing for me is even with Meteor, it's not just a disaster film. There has to be a story behind it.
No, yeah, I'm really excited about that movie from what you both told me.
Like Tiffany always has these ideas like, let's put a bunch of half-naked chicks on a pier. Let's have this shark come up, and I'm all for that. But then you know, and then I'm like, well,
you got to do it within reason. Like decide what film you want. Like, did you guys see The Meg?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like push the envelope. Like I wanted to see like Statham roundhouse the shark or something.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like, if you're gonna be over the top, be over the top. Or if it's gonna be like a serious drama, then you know, be a serious drama.
It's a good mix. I think Blood in the Water is a good mix.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're actually thinking about bringing Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
To kick ass, right?
Yeah.
He's our mentor.
His name's gonna be Jackie Chum because you know he chummed the water.
Oh my God.
And
when
we were first developing this movie, we were just thinking about Sharknado, and we're like, I got it. We'll do it with volcanoes and call it Sharkano. And then he goes, well, what about the LGBTQ community? I said, they can do it with rainbows, Sharkanbo.
I don't remember.
No, I made all that up.
I know. Yeah, you can get Ian Ziering, you call him up. You know?
Yeah.
Well, that's I will.
On that note,
This is Tom ruined it.
We'll announce one more time, Brett, just to wrap up that you're the Chinese theater premiere of Buckskin in LA is it September?
August 31st,
Oh.
9:30. Tickets go on sale soon.
Okay.
A lot of people from Texas will be there. We have a lot of dances with film family alumni that are coming.
Okay. If you let me know like the ticket link, I can put that up for you too.
For sure, yeah. And then Buckskin has a national release date of 10/18
for the DVDs
October
or
18th.
for the
Yeah,
for owning and streaming and
nation worldwide at Walmart.
Great.
We've got a bunch of stuff coming out this fall and this winter. It'll be exciting. So
I'll just say for anybody who hasn't seen, you know, B22 films, I didn't know that you had at least 4 or 5 that I haven't seen, but they're definitely worth checking out. And this interview will be available on the Movie Buff, and otherwise, as Tiffany said, you can Google just B22 films. You have B22 films, and there's another B22 thing, isn't there?
Is there?
there's a management company, but that's for
B22
talent.
management.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was so. Anyway, but a manatee company, is that what you said?
The management.
Oh, management. That's not you.
No. Well, no,
okay.
it's Tiff's company, but it's not.
Oh, it's not related to B20. Okay, so B22 Films to check out. And you guys got the entire catalog on there. It's really easy to use. I've been on it before, so do check it out. And I'll have this interview up for you guys this week. All right.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks,
Awesome.
Billy, Tom, and Brett and Tiffany. Nice to meet you. And I appreciate all
you.
your guys' time. All right.
Sounds
Cool.
good. Thanks,
guys.
Mark.
Yep. You're welcome. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.